buy the truck. It was an unsolicited, non-consensual. Okay, I think consent. They call me to take care of things. Mr. Duke.
Well, you put safety glasses on. I'm good.
What do you think this is? Somewhere we're unsafe? Put the glasses on. This is something for myself. Basically, it's a small mixture of an armadillo.
Okay.
All right. Very accurate target. Oh, crap. I think I missed that.
Yes. It's not locked, so.
I have a PlayStation 5 for Gray Jill.
It's fragile.
Oh, it's for Cody.
Hey, your PS5 showed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's right in the front door here.
Today we're going to be durability testing the all-new PlayStation 5. Now, I'm a big gamer boy.
Okay.
This bad boy just showed up fresh off the presses in Beijing. Are they not? No, Japan. This bad boy's fresh off the Japanese
Just
press.
unboxed.
They call it a PS5 because it's 5-year-old Japanese kids that built that. 825 megabytes, and
Gigabyte.
this thing is absolute play like never before. And we're gonna play like never before. We're gonna do an unboxing. One thing that I'm curious about is the packaging on these because it has to withstand shipping. Pretend that I'm a FedEx worker and there's a desperate child on the other side of the door.
Well,
We unboxed our new PlayStation and this is gonna be
Cody,
everything looks to be pretty much intact.
stop spinning stuff. Just stop.
Quality. Now we're gonna see if the PS5 still works. So I have my TV here. Alright, we're just gonna boot that up. Today. The cool thing about the PlayStation is that it's really compatible with 8005. Actually, the fuzzifier. Imagine a world where everything's fuzzy. Make more content for you, right? And I pick it up and I put it in drive. Go forward. And the thing falls apart again for the 5th time. And all of a sudden the motor part doesn't work anymore. This just came off. I think that I could literally wipe out every squatted truck in human existence and you guys would love to pay for that and I think it would really work out. We can make a great deal. What better truck to face the absolute rage of Whistling Diesel? No human on this planet would be mad about that, right? Instead of people with a few extra twisty ladders in their system. So I thought, everyone would love. We'll just take a bulldozer and we'll crunch it up into a ball, right? I thought, what more enjoyable thing than to experience this truck crumbling beneath my very hand? I'm done. I saw it sitting outside. I saw someone drive by with a squatted truck. I saw humans on the road in a squatted truck with their little antenna hanging out the back, and I heard their little clappy, hearty exhaust sound, just clapping out the back, and they're so proud of it. Waving their out the window. No, you're freaking. How did you a human on this planet? And it should have been a sign, like the first thing, the first time that someone built one of these in the entire world turned against you was probably like a sign from Jesus that it's not a good idea. The fact that we caught a Kachaumon on camera. You know how hard it is to get that on? You don't get that on camera. But yet they do, because y'all build death traps and they're pieces of garbage. So this is Whistle Diesel Uncut. I'm not going to edit this video whatsoever. What you're about to see is a solid, I don't know, it's going to take 5 minutes, it's going to take an hour. We're not going to use little Porky. We're not going to use the skin. We're not going to use heavy equipment at all. I'm not even going to use like baseball bat. I'm going to use my bare hand. Whistle Diesel versus squatted truck. I think everyone would love it. You put this on like you're exhausted from working and you just want peace and quiet. You want to enjoy some therapy. What better way to unwind than to watch me take my absolute rage for humanity out on this truck? I might put gloves on at some point because I don't dream. I'm allowed to use any parts that are on the truck to destroy the truck itself.
Where would you like to start?
and everybody like, holy cow, that was so nice. But it wasn't. That wouldn't be nice. That would ruin their life. Like, you couldn't give this to anyone. I always wanted to reach into like a running engine and just start yanking wire. How fast can I say not run anymore? I wanted to say something. I've had this building up inside of me for a long time. No other human on the earth knows this, except for those two people involved. Well, like, oh, he's about to lay down some serious beef here. A long time ago, when I was in the second grade, now a lot of people think that I like hold grudges. No, I just remember that I'm like, oh, people. When I was in second grade, now a lot of people think that I like hold grudges. No, I just remember that I'm like an elephant, brother. I remember things. A gym teacher called Mr. Snyder. We were playing dodgeball one day in the gym, Argus Elementary. Mackenzie Stepp was her name. She was another girl that was in my second grade class. She was wearing like basketball shorts. She tucked one inside of her shorts to hide it, or a few of them. She put a few balls in her pants. My teacher, or she says, this girl couldn't find any more dodgeballs to put in her pants. So she's like, where's all the balls at? I said, in your pants. My gym teacher, get over here! Like, why would you, that was trashy. I was like, what? I was like, the balls are in her pants. She has balls. He's like, I know, you know what she said, you know what she did. Like he didn't actually realize that her pants were full of balls. I had to go to timeout. He sits me against the wall, and this girl starts pulling balls out of her pants to throw at all the other kids. Look, you're a cheater, and Mr. Snyder, you should have been more woke to the situation. Because she did have balls in her pants. I wasn't just saying that, okay? What else? Oh, also, I stole like 500K cash. We had these auctions. I told like one person they said, might as well just sell like 3 million right now. Okay, in sixth grade, my teacher, Mrs. Cox, had class auctions. We had class auctions. If you're good, you get paid money. Fake money. They were like dollars that you print out on color paper. Monopoly money. If you're good, you get money. So all the kids, all these really responsible kids, do your homework, get an A+, $20. All these good kids were just making bank, and I'm sitting there like, they'd have an auction at the end of every week on Friday. The auction, I had like $10. All these girls, kids with straight A's. I got $1,000. I was tired of losing. Look, it's been a long time ago. You can't. Statute of limitations. Look, I can't be friends with this now. I saw where she put all the money, where she got all the money from. Dude, it was a box. There was like 100K Monopoly money in there. It was like thousands. Like, one day, I was the only one in detention. Because I was the only one that wasn't making bucks. I was in detention, the only one alone. She's like, I'm going to go to lunch. I'll be back. Really sweet teacher. Immediately, I stacked up a couple chairs, and I climbed up to the cabinet, and I got that whole freaking box out, and I started wadding up cash and throwing it in my backpack. And then Friday comes around, it was time to auction. Friday comes around. Dude, I had like 70K. Kids are bidding. She had good at this day. She had a lot of good stuff on the table. And I was ready to outbid everyone. This girl that I liked, I had a huge crush on this girl, and no other guy could compete. I mean,
Other guy?
Right, because I was broke. So, $100. There's this giant shark, and there was a big Hershey's bar, like a huge Hershey's chocolate bar. I know she likes that. And I bid like, other people bid like $5, $6. $100. I won the chocolate bar, I won this huge stuffed animal shark, and then on the school bus, all the kids, all the kids like, you don't have that much money. Like, they know, and everyone's like, there's no way you're making that much money. He's like, you don't have that much money. And I'm like, yeah, I did more than you think. I was good this month. And then on the school bus, I'm like, oh, I enjoyed my Hershey's chocolate and like that. And I never told anyone. Anyway, I feel like, look, why are other YouTubers so afraid to get off of the main track
hard in front of a lot of people. Like if I had 3 million people standing here watching there, probably be a lot different. It's awkward. No, it would definitely be really awkward.
That'd be extremely awkward.
But it's okay if they're all spread out around the world watching on their couch. And like maybe a guy had just a crowbar. Like how many toddlers?
Are these normal toddlers
Like,
or are they
toddlers
angry
on
toddlers?
What would happen if you felt like a little kid on steroids?
Give a kid a case of Red Bull and like 3 pounds of creatine.
You know, like, okay, creatine. But what happens if you started giving a kid like creatine and protein and whey every day until like 4 years old? How bulky would your 4-year-old be? Dude, that'd be one big 4-year-old.
I feel like that's a question to ask the Russians.
That's a question for my kid. Test out.
Hey, you might have
The science.
the BPS. I'm not having a kid for
He'll fight him off. That'd be like Incrediboy. No, not Incrediboy. No, wrong kid. Hey, Jack Jack. Dude, I want a Jack Jack. When I was a kid, the kids that have really nice. Not kids that no one knows about yet, but like my next one.
That's not as bad. Okay.
My self-control with this truck. Okay. Roll the road! When I got this truck, I fully bought it, intending to not let it live longer than 5 minutes. But I thought, what if we stretch things out longer? So I'll make like 2 videos. So, another video. To make more content for you, right? I back it up, and I put it in drive. I put it in drive. Go forward. And this thing falls apart again for the 5th time. And all of a sudden, the motor part doesn't work anymore. This just came off. I think that I could literally wipe out every squad truck, and you guys would love to pay for that. And I think it would really work out. We can make a great deal. What better truck to face the absolute rage of Whistling Diesel? No human on this planet would be mad about that, right? Instead of people with a few extra twisty ladders in their system. So I thought, everyone would love. Let's just take a bulldozer and we'll crunch it up into a ball, right? I thought, what more enjoyable thing than to experience this truck crumbling beneath my very hands? I'm not saying, which is, I'm done. I saw it sitting outside. I saw someone drive by in a squatted truck. I saw a human on the road in a squatted truck. I heard the little antenna hanging out the back, and I heard the little clappy, hearty exhaust sound just clapping out the back, and they're so proud of it. Wait a minute, there's out the window. No, you're freaking But yet they do, because you all build death traps and they're pieces of garbage. So this is Rizzo Diesel Uncut. I'm not going to edit this video whatsoever. What you're about to see is a solid, I don't know, it's going to take 5 minutes, it's going to take an hour. We're not going to use little Forky. We're not going to use heavy equipment at all. I'm not even going to use like baseball bat. I'm going to use my bare hands. Rizzo Diesel versus squatted truck. I think everyone would love it. You guys want to enjoy some therapy. What better way to unwind than watch me take my absolute rage for humanity out on this truck? I might put gloves on at some point because I don't want to contract certain diseases that get contracted into the bloodstream. I'm allowed to use any parts that are on the truck to destroy the truck itself.
Where would you like to start?
Yes, it's hand tight. The bottom half already came off. Someone did think it's a good idea. The shot bolts come out. Yes, the shot bolts come out. Why don't you put a nut on the end of it so it doesn't come out again? I shouldn't be able to do this, okay? This isn't supposed to come out. This is part of the truck that makes it stay together and go down the road with you. I worked up until this point all my life. I was like, oh, that's not good. Yeah, I can do it. Dude, I started working out. It's just so much better. Drink nothing but water.
Chill out.
It's already aimed this way. Your headlights are plenty bright. But you put HIDs in there. Yeah, aim in every innocent family's back window? Yeah, that's why. That's why you put these in. You didn't need to see. Or maybe they popped up on your Instagram. Oh, just like your little underglow kits. LEDs for $29.99. I can mod out my truck for $30. Let me put some China bulbs in that do absolutely nothing but blind everyone. You'll never hurt anyone again. That'll be the last time. tucked one inside of her shorts to hide it, or a few of them. She put a few balls in her pants. My teacher, or she says, this girl couldn't find any more dodgeballs to put in her pants. So she's like, "Where's all the balls at?" I said, "In your pants." My gym teacher, "Get over here!" Like, why would she have this trashy? I was like, what? I was like, the balls are in her pants. She has balls. He's like, I know, you know what she said. You know what she did. Like he didn't actually realize that her pants were full of balls. I had to go to timeout. He sits me against the wall, and this girl starts pulling balls out of her pants to throw at all the other kids. Look, you're a cheater, and Mr. Snyder, you should have been more woke to the situation. Because she did have balls in her pants. I wasn't just saying that, okay? What else? Oh, also, I stole like 500K cash. We had these auctions. I've told like one person to death. Might as well just sell like 3 million right now, okay? In 6th grade, my teacher, Mrs. Cox, had class auctions. They had class auctions. You're good, you get paid money. Paid money. They were like dollars if you print out and color tables. No. You're good, you get money. So, all the kids, all these really responsible kids, do your homework, get hand clubs, $20. All these good kids were just making bank, and I'm sitting there like, they have an auction at the end of every week on Friday. The auction, I had like $10. All these girls, kids with straight A's. I got $1,000. I was tired of losing. Look, it's been a long time ago. You can't. Statute of limitations. Look, I can be friends to this now. I saw where she put all the money, where she got all the money from. Dude, there was a box. There was like 100K without the money in it. Like thousands. Like one day, I was the only one in detention because I was the only one that wasn't making bucks. I was in detention, the only one alone. She's like, "I'm gonna go to lunch. I'll be back." Really sweet teacher. Immediately, I stacked up a couple chairs and I climbed up to the cabinet and I got that whole freaking box out and I started wadding up cash and throwing it in my backpack. And then Friday comes around. Time for auction. Friday comes around. Dude, I had like 70K. Kids are bidding. She had good. She had a lot of good stuff on the table. And I was ready to outbid everyone. This girl that I liked, I had a huge crush on this girl and no other guy could compete.
Another guy?
I couldn't compete.
Oh, okay.
The other guys, I was broke. So, $100. There's a giant shark and there was a big Hershey's bar, like a huge Hershey's chocolate bar. I did like other things like $5, $6. $100. I won the chocolate bar, I won this huge stuffed animal shark, and then on the school bus, all the kids, all the kids like, "You don't have that much money." Like, they know, everyone's like, "There's no way you're making that much money." Like, "You don't have that much money." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did more than you think. I was good this month." And then on the school bus on my way home, I enjoyed my Hershey's chocolate with my crush. And I never told anyone. I feel like, look, why are other YouTubers so afraid to get off of the main track and like just speak their mind? Like I would say anything on camera. Like
but it wasn't. That wouldn't be nice. That would ruin their life. Like, you couldn't give this to anyone. I always wanted to reach and do like a run. Start yanking a wire. How fast can I make this thing not run anymore? I wanted to say something. I've had this building up inside of me for a long time. No other human on earth knows this. He's about to lay down some serious beef here. A long time ago, when I was in second grade. Now, a lot of people think that I like hold grudges. No, I just remember that I'm like an elephant, brother. I remember things. A gym teacher called Mr. Snyder. We were playing dodgeball one day in the gym, Argus Elementary. Mackenzie Stepp. She was another girl that was in my second grade class. She was wearing like basketball shorts. She tucked one inside of her shorts to hide it, or a few of them. She put a few balls in her pants. My teacher, or she says, this girl couldn't find any more dodgeballs to put in her pants. So she's like, "Where's all the balls at?" I said, "In your pants." Like, "Get over here!" Like, why would you? That was trashy. I was like, what? I was like, the balls are in her pants. She has balls. He's like, I know, you know what she said. You know what she did. Like he didn't actually realize that her pants were full of balls. I had to go to timeout, just me against the wall, and this girl starts pulling balls out of her pants to throw at all the other people. Look, you're a cheater, and Mr. Snyder should have been more woke to the situation, because she did have balls in her pants. I wasn't just saying that, okay? What else? Oh, also, I stole like 500K cash. We had these auctions. I stole like one person at that. Might as well just sell like 3 million right now, okay? In 6th grade, my teacher, Mrs. Todd, had class auctions. We had class auctions. If you're good, you get paid money. Fake money. They were like dollars that you print out on color paper. Monopoly money. If you're good, you get money. So all the kids, all these really responsible kids, you do your homework, you get $8. $20. All these good kids were just making bank, and I'm sitting there like, they have an auction at the end of every week on Friday. The auction, I have like $10. All these girls would, get straight A's. I got $1,000. I was tired of losing. Look, it's been a long time ago. You can't. That's the limitation. Look, I can't be friends with her. I saw where she put all the money, where she got all the money from. Dude, it was a box. There was like 100K Monopoly money in there. It was like thousands. Like, one day, I was the only one in detention, because I was the only one that wasn't making bucks. I was in detention, the only one alone. She's like, "I'm going to go to lunch. I'll be back." Look, immediately, I stacked up a couple chairs, and I climbed up to the cabinet, and I got that whole freaking box out, and I started wadding up cash and throwing it in my backpack. And then Friday comes around for the time for the auction. Friday comes around. Dude, I had like 70K. Kids are bidding.
You just hold it.
She had good at this stage. She had a lot of good stuff on the table. And I was ready to outbid everyone. This girl that I liked, I had a huge crush on this girl, and no other guy could compete. I mean,
Other guy?
the guy sit on the road. So, $100. Okay, there's a giant shark, and there was a big Hershey's bar, like a huge Hershey's chocolate bar. I bid like $5, $6. $100. I won the chocolate bar. I won this huge stuffed animal shark, and then on the fifth person, all the kids are like, "You don't have that much money." It's like they know it. Everyone's like, "There's no way you're making that much money." It's like, you don't have that much money. And I'm like, "Yeah, I did more than you think. I was good this month." And then on the school bus on my home, I enjoyed my Hershey's chocolate with my crush. And I never told anyone. I feel like, look, why are other YouTubers so afraid to get off with the main track and like just speak their mind? Like I didn't say anything on camera. Like it took me a while to get used to that, and it's hard in front of a lot of people. Like if I had 300 people standing
probably 6 or 7 years old, and I started drawing all these different inventions and ideas that I thought would be just like cool if they existed in real life. Then I picked up a video camera that my parents had when I was, 10 or 12, and I started filming, and then I combined those two, and that's kind of what I do now. But I think it's really cool how I just connected this. Like a couple weeks ago, I was digging through storage and found all these notebooks of inventions that I had drawn up. Inventions, I call them machine pads. I found all these notebooks, and I was like, oh, I have those drawings, but I didn't even realize that that's what I do. In this crate, I have 10 notepads, one a year since I was 10 years old, that I drew inventions and machines and ideas in. It took me a very long time to draw all these. I probably did 2 a year, so over the course of 5 years, I drew all these inventions and ideas, and I have not looked at them since. So this is my first glance at all these. I'm going to share it all with you guys, and I think it's going to be really cool to compare ideas I had when I was 10 years old to now. This is like my Mr. Beast curve. Like, I predicted kind of where I would be, and my girlfriend was like, that's crazy, like, you were destined to do this. So they're going to smell like absolute vintage childhood. Okay, well, I was bored one day, and I was at a religious event from the old religion that I was in. As a 10-year-old, I had this 5-star notebook, and I was with a friend. I was sitting there in a row of seats. There's like 1,000 people in this giant auditorium. I was sitting there, just like absolutely bored out of my mind. It's just not the place for me. I grabbed my notebook that was supposed to be for like church notes for the Bible, and I drew this. It was like against the rules for me. Like, my parents would have got me in trouble if they saw me drawing on it. I drew my first invention. So this somehow got labeled the Machine series, and this is volume 1 out of 10. I have 10 volumes of inventions, so this is going to be really cool to go through. And let's begin. Alright, so the first one's pretty small because half of it is church notes that I written out. It had to be like a perfect volume. So, volume 1, I have 39 machines. This 10-year-old me drew the pond drainer. Looks like a tractor of sorts with spiked wheels. And the purpose of this, I remember, was you would drive up to a pond and drain it. And that's why I invented it, because that didn't exist when I was 9. I think they have that now, like a sewage machine or something. Sometimes I would take an invention and create more better versions, right? Because I evolved very quickly as a young infant. I even added little choppers that would like chop up the oil and fish that it would suck up. Hey, I was 9. What were you inventing at 9? So next we have the driller excavator with shower. I might have been like 6 when I made it. I don't even know at this point, but this isn't. They were expecting something like next level. I was 3, okay? I don't even know how old I was. That's something we would come up with today. I might even recreate some of these. I'm not going to show you guys the Genius one yet. I'll patent those. But yeah, the driller excavator with shower, it looks like it drills while it excavates, and you can shower in the back. It has off-road capabilities. There's a small mining cart up front, so that's handy. I'm not really sure why there's like 8 exhaust pipes. The shower is convenient if you were to like get dirty. Okay. Next we have the rock picker upper tree planter. What this would do is pick up the rocks and then it would plant trees. But I have a filtration system, and as it picks up the rocks, it actually chops them up, right? And any livestock you may suck up. And it has a little plow, like a scoop. Spiky wheels, looks like it's pushing a mining cart, so it's like a combine that picks up rocks, and then it plants trees, but you could probably put like any crops behind it. It like picks the crops and plants them at the same time. What other 9-year-old came up with that? I'm just saying, I was like dozens of years ahead of my time. No, I played like dozens of hours ahead of my time. Behind. Next we have the Mega Driller. It looks like it just drills a really big hole in the ground. And there's like a little stomper up front. So that must be like to make it have a smooth path to drive on. It has a hose that sucks up all the dirt that it drills out. And then there's a little compartment for it to store all of the stuff that it drills, whatever it's drilling. But hey, this is when I was 9. We're evolving here. They can only get better. Here we have the office crane plow. These are horrible. What is that? The office crane plow. Why would you need to combine?
Cody is blind and autistic.
Why would you need to be in the office while... When does a crane need to plow? Why are we combining an office building, a crane, and a plow? It looks like the crane is lifting the car, which is also plowing. There's a combine on the front. Why are there so many things in one? You would never need that. That's a terrible invention. I give that a 1. We should rate them, yes. I give all the previous ones a 1, too. Those are terrible. The pond drainer was good. I remember, I like, that was my buddy. I was like, dude, millions of dollars of invention surplus money from that. Next, we have the armored driller plow rock picker up spiky wheels for more traction, and it looks like it has a much more accurate drilling tip. I don't know about that one. Now we have the gold mine digger, which they have nowadays. It's just like a thing that it just digs caves. That's a terrible idea. Now we have the Explorer with gamma ray. What this could do, this is a flexible articulation machine filled with Molly bearings. What this can do is to reverse aggressive terrain, and your vehicle could actually do this, like a worm. I don't know why it has a gamma ray on the front. I was thinking ahead of my time. I give that 1 star as well, probably 2 for the gamma ray. This is very genius. I can actually use this one. Here we have the wire fixer ground leveler, and this is the equivalent of like a boom truck for electricians. And this is in case they had to fix the wires, but the ground wasn't level. They could just level the ground. Instead of using 2 pieces of equipment, they could use 1. I give that 2.5 stars. That's a problem. You can use that. We have the loudspeaker, and this is basically a car with a speaker on the front, pushing people kissing in a basket. And there's a man on a unicycle pulling it. The 10 stars, bro. That's the best invention ever. Anyways, here we have the Explorer 2. I don't even think I made an Explorer 1, but this is the second one. Oh, there's 2 Explorers. That I just didn't know what 2 meant at the time. So there's an Explorer going under, and there's one going over. And this is if you wanted to explore. I would give that like a 3 out of 5. Here we have the Egg Rider. No, guys, don't leave. Guys, come on, don't leave. Nobody left. I invited an audience to come watch me reveal these because I said there was going to be some really good ideas, but I guess I overestimated my knowledge. It's actually an egg, basically. Guys, we're almost through volume 1. This will go really fast. Oh, here's where it all starts. I promise, guys, we have good ideas. This is very genius. Number 9. I have the lumberjack machine, which people subsequently came out with. You see all the people on TikTok, it's the thing that grabs the tree and snips it off and then turns it and then cuts it into logs. I invented that at 9 years old. Not nearly to the level that I designed, okay? This involves a hose that would suck all the leaves off the tree. I don't know why you need it, but it's ahead of its time. And then you have a saw that cuts the stump while another saw just shreds the tree and randomly. Environmentalists, do not worry. I have a model later, I think, if I remember right, that plants more trees behind it. But it also cuts down twice as many. I give that idea a 5. Here we have the plant waterer, germ cleaner, and air purifier. So this would be very useful in China. These are very explanatory names. Well, listen, but the design was down. But yeah, this would water the plants and purify the air and clean the germs out of the air. Very useful for harsh environments. I give that a 1. The lava miner. I'm getting more articulate. See, look, this is a very genius. It's very detailed. This has a suspension under the cab in case you hit bumps. Spiky wheels, always for traction, of course. It would mine on each side. The front and back have just drills and claws that dig into the ground, and then it would suck up all of the rock. I don't know why it's sucking up lava. I think there's like a containment area where it sucks up lava. But I think that's genius. They don't even have that yet. They'll probably come out with it right after. I'm copywriting that right now. That's model M115. We have the Egg Rider 2 roller pod zero gravity pod dozer. This is a genius idea, but basically it's a bulldozer that with zero gravity, it would just float above the ground, which they do not have. M116 is the model that Caterpillar, you want to use that or anything? Now we have the who the hell name. These are the worst names ever. I should rename all this. Mega Rock Picker Upper the second. It picks up quite a bit of rocks. I don't know why we're like harvesting so many rocks. Oh, because my grandpa would actually have to pick up rocks in the cornfield. He made me do it when I was younger and child abuse, but this would pick them up instead of me. M118, we have the Crusher Plow Snow Sucker. This looks quite primitive actually, but it's like a Lamborghini with a pipe on the front to suck up the snow. It's like a super fast snow plow. I like that model. We're here in the end, don't worry. We have the Mountain Climber, which this machine was made primarily to climb mountains because of all the climbers that were not able to hop in and climb the mountain. Up next, we have the Lumberjack 2, which has a much larger leaf hopper and looks like it was more efficient at cutting down trees, still not planting any though. I give this a good. Lumberjack the 3rd. If I remember right, guys, by the way, I have not with Lumberjack, so we'll have to see. But eventually, I get very efficient at cutting down. And this has a massive blade on it that easily cuts down very large trees. It has its own track, it has a counterweight in the back, has a self-leveling cab. I was getting way was already ahead of my time. At age 9, I was like, think of the environment. So it kills the tree, and then it plants another one. I give that one a good review. Very self-sufficient. Look. See, the tree planter, I came up with that much longer ago than anybody else has. They plant them by hand still. And I was like, why are they doing it by hand if you could just drive the tree planter? Looks like a very compact design. It holds seeds, water, and dirt. Not sure why it's holding the dirt. You plant on rocks. You drive through a city and plant trees. It's just laying them on the ground though. So there's a functional mechanism there, but it's on spike wheels as always. Everything was on spike wheels. I've lived out this tree planter. Okay, now you were very right, sir. Now we have the hovercraft ground compactor quadruple triple. What the? This is a very special machine. Special ed. It's floating, but it's also compacting the ground, which is impossible. I don't know why this was even invented. This is a terrible invention. This is a 1. Oh my god. Okay, holy. Wow, this is nostalgic. Lumberjack the Fourth. I have 100 of these. Lumberjack the Fourth has a massive blade on it. Self-leveling cap, giant double-sized hose to suck up whatever's in the air. The birds. It's on tracks with more tracks. There's like extra wheels. It has a massive arm that just reaches up, and the blade is much larger than it needs to be. There's no reason to have blades, but you just kill everything with this. So that's genius. M125. Do not. Okay. Did literally the exact same thing, but the Lumberjack 4 with high power. I just made a higher power version, just like companies do nowadays. And you gotta make your profit. I just turned up the pump a little bit. The cab is integrated into the track set, so it's very much more compact. You have like more controls. What the now we have the Lumberjack Zero. I think I went too out of hand, and the company ran out of profits at this point. This cannot cut down anything. I give this a 1. This is I don't know why I was obsessed with cutting things down, but this is a horrendous idea. This would snap in half immediately. It is armored. The Lumberjack Zero Mega Armored. It's a very plausible invention. The Lumber Storer ground lift. I just renamed a forklift the Lumber Storer. So we have a forklift with a compactor on the back, which no one has invented yet. These are all multi-purpose inventions. I must say, companies disappoint me. They're much behind the times. I give that a 1. Now we have the Lumberjack 6 Mega, which is a plus-size version of the Lumberjack 4 and 5, high power. It's the same as last time with just a bigger blade. You're just cutting down larger trees. Probably not even efficiently though. This is just absurd. I give that probably max rating. Then we have the Mega Ground Leveler, and it's just like looks like a very heavy, long crawling machine that levels everything. These are very specific names. I will say I was good at naming things. If companies want to hire me to rename your stuff, I could probably work for a decent rate, but rename all of your products. The Explorer 3. Yeah, this one floats. Anti-gravity is just coming out when I was 9. It looks like it has like a gamma ray thing on the front. Again, so very practical. Nobody has that yet. This is lovely to go through. I remember I was so smart at my age. Cody is
Blind and autistic.
what the this is out of control. The Lumberjack 7 Ultra. So I came out with the Ultra model because I felt like some customers are probably experiencing difficulty winding up the massive blade. And so what we did was come out with a bigger blade. Now we have the multi-purpose dozer. Looks like a bulldozer with a bulldozer on both sides. Why did they not come out with that? A bulldozer with a bulldozer on each end. Nobody's come out with that. And it has a wrecking ball in case you want to bulldoze and wreck at the same time. I don't even want to review this. Egg Rider 3. Why are we... Why was it the shape of an egg? I don't know. It's a horrible design. And why is it like a unicycle? Nobody's gonna buy this. I give this a 0. Okay, this is just stupid. This Eagle iPod. Oh, the iPod. Okay, I was ahead of my time with the name, but not the invention. We're almost to the end of Volume 1. Okay, the Super Nerd Truck. This was a delivery truck for nerds, the candy, and I figured they could shoot the nerds out. It's a horrible idea. Hell yeah! Okay, so we are very much ahead of our time. I should hire Apple, like the studio they used to introduce this, the Lumberjack 8. This is far ahead of its time. The cab is subterranean. It's like below the whole deck. Not only do you get the giant wheel, but you get a massive chainsaw for 0 reason. This is just a flex at this point. Very good invention. Lumberjack 9, horrendous. The cab is just in the back. This is no different, actually. You're probably getting ripped off and scammed if you buy the Lumberjack 9. Oh my god! Okay, things let's see what orange is better. You get the excited shit. This gets better. Okay, now, yeah, no, this gets better. Look, the back is covered in caviar again. I don't know why. This is volume 2. Well, you guys are gonna love this. The front cover, as soon as you open it, says Lumberjack, and then mostly some that was scratched out. So, like this is probably mostly Lumberjack. This is 75 machines. We'll rush through this. Don't worry. The Evil Eye 2. We don't need to review this. This is a horrendous idea. There's some badass in here. The Juggernaut. A very complex, ahead of its time invention. Now this was slightly Star Wars inspired. This is a very armored machine with wheels and tons of antennas and like a lookout tower. But this is impenetrable. You're not getting through this. Very good idea. This is not even reading that. The Evil Scissors. Cody is
Blind and autistic.
the Mega Magnet Office. This is it's a large driving office magnet. Maybe they like I can't think of the use for this. The pod. Now this is unique. The pod is a aquatic vehicle that only travels on the surface. No, this is round. It's carrier. This is actually genius. Imagine a forklift, but you have more than one thing to lift. The carrier, it's like a forklift that can lift multiple levels. Imagine if you could lift one thing, and then another pallet, and another pallet. This is absolutely genius. Do not feel that. The carrier 2. So the carrier 2 is the same as the first carrier, but it carries one more deck. And it has a cap under the ramp. Very genius. So you can't get hurt by falling in materials. Because we had a defunctional model that killed 26 people. The skimmer boat. They actually invented these shortly after I turned 10. You know those fast speedboats? The really long fast speedboats? So I came up with that, and then I see tons of people drive those now on the water. No. Okay, now we have the Mega Wheel Explorer. Very self-explanatory. Now we have the Micro Miner. Something that you would send in robotically to go investigate if there's cavers stuff. You would send in the Micro Miner. You see I labeled the lava core there. So it could travel successfully down to the Earth's magma. We're working on the design. It's quite complex. Here we have M211, the rock melter. It would pick up rocks and melt them. No, this goes hand in hand. If you buy the rock melter, you're going to need M212, the lava spitter. I don't know why we're driving something around that spits lava everywhere. That sounds like a war machine. You could use that in war, actually. Okay, we have the house builder, because I was in construction. I was tired of building houses for my dad. I got paid $1 an hour. So I built something to save myself. As you can see, it's fully capable of laying bricks, but unfortunately that would only build like a house. That does not make sense, actually. The rocket pod, it's a rocket. A horrendous looking rocket. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. M215, we have, once again, everything is in succession. I thought of myself a year previous, so I invented the pond grader, and I thought we need a second one of those. So I invented the pond grader, which could successfully drain ponds twice as fast, or 2 ponds, however you want it. Looks like there's 2 drivers, not sure why we people to that though. And it puts all the water in the trailer. The other one is sprayed out everywhere. The light up area truck. Not sure why we couldn't call this the light truck, but this is the light up area truck. And as you can see, it's a truck with light bulbs. Cody is
Blind and autistic.
Guys, wake up. Hey, guys, wake up. Oh, okay. So I remember, look, as you all know, I had problems in school. Not because I was the smartest kid, because the teachers hated me sometimes. I actually invented the teacher torturer. Hey, look. Look, guys, I'm a different man. This screams, you're fired, as in, there's a bed of nails, but I don't think it shreds them or anything, but it does scream, you're fired. The missile launcher, aka Kim Jong-un's daily driver. Yeah, I was a little late. I'm the second person to think of this. No, I didn't see anything. They didn't have internet when I was 9. Okay, right back at it. We're at the Lumberjack 11. The Lumberjack 11 is actually smaller than this. I don't know why I even took time to design this. Okay, now we have the racer car. Guys, come on. These are good ideas. They didn't believe in me when I was 9, and I'm going to market all these. I'm going to trademark these, and you're going to regret not investing in all these, because now we have the simple pod. I think this is like for people in prison, if they didn't want to be in prison cell, they could just put them in the simple pod and send them off to sea or something. That's a terrible idea. I just showed the blank space. The Micro Miner 2. This one has a headlight. I forgot headlights on the last one, so we made a whole new model and just ripped people off. What the Now we have the M223, the giant multiple decker pedestrian bus. This is like a London bus, but like 3 times as tall. Guys, these are good. These are good. I promise. We're getting to some good ones. It's awkward. You can go back to bed. Never mind. This is because I invented the clock time teller. Where have you seen a car with a giant clock on top with clock wheels? It drives around. It's a giant clock. It's a giant driving clock. With clock wheels. You know what they say with they got clocks. Okay, now we have the Mega Drag Racer, and this is just a horribly designed. Wait, maybe I don't know. It might work actually. Very, very fast vehicle. That's the garbage truck. That was already invented for sure. I think I spaced out when I drew that one. We have the antenna vehicle. Look, I think I overhyped these a little bit, but it's important. Volume 10 has some good ones, I think. But this is the antenna vehicle, M228. This is just a car with a bunch of antennas on it. The dump truck. Just the drawing of the dump truck. I think I was going through a rough time when I did it. The landfill compactor. These just all exist. This is stupid. The tracker. I don't know when you would use that. Well, I think I got lazy and just wanted to fill it. The carrier semi. This is, I'm not even reading that. The mega wheel. It's, I just got sloppy there, man. I was going through a rough time. I think I was on drugs or something. The whirl truck. I just drew whirls. I think I just wanted to draw for a minute, guys. This better not be another whirl machine. The circle truck. I drew it out of circles. This is stupid, dude. The mind that drew these was behind its time now. That probably was definitely a drugs. The line machine. They're just made out of lines. The wheel machine. This is stupid. Why is there a Robo-Zoo? This existed because I went to a monster truck show with my dad and they had the Robo-Zoo. It's like a semi that transforms. Remember that? Spitfire? I invented that, but how it should be invented. And it has much larger torso, upper shoulder. Yeah, that is. I couldn't draw the details, but it's big. Guys, don't click off the video. I promise I have genius ideas. You'll probably want to watch this and steal those. But hey, this is what I do, and this is how smart I was, and I just wanted to flex this on everybody because nobody else was at the level that I was. Which is why I invented the paintballer. It's like if you want to play paintball, but it's like a claw fish with the paintballs. It has spiky tracks, so you can run over people probably. I don't know. Lumberjack 12. We have an inverted saw blade. So the teeth are on the inside of the saw blade. The Lumberjack 13. Listen, guys, these are great ideas. I'll probably stop inventing Lumberjack soon. What the is this? The super simple pop. But I just drew a circle. I don't know what to even use that for. The tracker triple. So this is the tracker double, but with another track. Oh, maybe. No, you're wrong. It's the Juggernaut the second, with actually less armor. This is just a really large, disgusting vehicle. Now we have the Racer Car 2, which actually looks much more. I was discovering three-dimensional designs at this point. Probably aerodynamic to some extent. Definitely not safe though. The Wind Generator Air Maker, and this would be used in environments where there's not much wind, where they have wind turbines to create wind for the wind turbines. It spins. No, this like a diesel engine. Now we have the Music Maker. We have a car with a giant loudspeaker on the front. Guys, we're almost through this one, I promise. Listen, I'll probably be done in a few hours. The Lumberjack 14. And it's very impressive. We have blades everywhere. There's a lot of blades.
You're good. You're good. Oh, the deer, come on through. More deer. Wait a minute.
The Lumberjack 15. I think these are just getting impractical at this point. It's just giant hovering saw blades. These aren't really inventions anymore. I feel like I was just drawing at this point. My brain was absolutely falling apart. The Lumberjack 16. So this is a really, this can chop down multiple thousands of forests at a time. This one's hovering, and it has many varieties of saw blades to serve all of your needs. Okay, yeah, this is good. You have the Carrier 3. It's like a giant parking garage that drives around and carries things. There's a little camera, and it detected like a cat in front, and it stopped. So we were ahead of our time on safety mechanisms. I decided I didn't want anybody dying anymore. This was a point in my company where there's a lot of lawsuits. Like, most people got ran over. The theater system. So this is a car with a giant screen, like a drive-in theater, but a drive-in theater, and it would just the car is the theater. The Scorcher. So you know how like firefighters they would start controlled burns? This is like that, but very uncontrolled. This would burn everything. We have the Speeder. This is just from Star Wars. This doesn't even exist in real life. That's not even an invention. The money printer slash with the money, and then you can see it's labeled, so the skewer there with the skew of the money. Any more questions about it? The pulverizer. Now this one was quite efficient at pulverizing, and this was just a giant gunstick pulverizer. There's a scope to make sure that you're pulverizing the right things. Now we have the Annihilate. I was obsessed with things that destroy things. You would drive over things and then annihilate them. The Mega Mower. This just exists right now. This is just a bush hog. We have a large mower. Hey, can you pay attention, please? These are really good. Now we have the tractor plow. We have a tractor with the plow on the front. That's very, very nice. So I remember inventing this. My teacher made fun of me, and nobody believes me to this day. They made fun of me for it. The milk butcherer. This didn't butcher the milk. It milked the cow and then butchered it. There's a lot of bad ideas, but there's some good ideas here and there. And this is one of the good ones. This machine would be very long, and the cattle would be herded into one side, and they would milk them, and then immediately butcher them for the beef. So that you get milk and steak all out of one machine. And as you can see, there's a stack of steak on the end, and a man pulling that out. There's a guy throwing off bloody cow head. But very smart. Nobody else was thinking of this. The cows are frowning as well, so I think that's worth noting. The camera machine. I don't know why the camera's so big, but we need a really large camera. It's so big that something has to hold it. The Fire Safety Hose Mega. We need this to put out on the fire. It's just a giant fire truck. Instead of fire trucks just shooting a little bit of water, this spews out all the water at once. The ball sucker. It's like what shoots the baseballs, but this one just does. It's like a trebuchet. This is taking longer than I thought. But guys, these are all good. Lumberjack 7. Okay, I'll only show you this if they're good. How about Lumberjack 8? Okay, stop guys. These are good. How about Lumberjack 19? Hey, we're getting to the end of the series. These are getting bigger. How about Lumberjack 20? No, guys. Hey, I'll give you a free donut tomorrow. I'll be done in a little bit, dude. Keller's gonna be like face falling by the here. Lumberjack 21. What do you think of that one? Yeah, that's how about any questions? How about okay, Mega Mower 2, these are done. We're gonna do Light Up Truck 2, bigger light. Light Up Truck 3 with light bulb storage. Yeah, kind of. Lumberjack 22. More saw. No. I swear, this is unique. This is Lumberjack 24. But it's invisible. No. Our technology was far out of its depth. I think I did get tired of drawing Lumberjack 24. That was volume 2. So that was really good. I can get a round of applause for that. Okay, this is really good. Hey, we're making good time. You guys are good, right? You had 20 minutes to spare? Look, we're almost on volume 3 out of 10. I was probably 12 at this point. We have 81 machines. This is a slightly larger book. Guys, these will be good, I promise. This was the red version, so I made the poisonous punk. I don't know what this is like a driving experience. Look, man, I was going through a difficult time there. I got sick and tired of drawing in red on the first one, so now it's black again. But this is Sweepy. Really invention, just generally drive that ever. You guys are personally gonna love this. I know this is Lumberjack 25. If it's with it, no, this is the invisibility cloak turned off. It's bigger and badder. The loudspeaker too, much larger loudspeaker. The deer meat when I would hunt with my parents. So this chops the deer up. People thought I was psychotic when I drew this, but it's very practical. In case people didn't want to do it by hand, they have butchers. This is a machine. It sorts the fat from the meat and puts it into a bowl. That's kind of messed up. And then we have the deer meat bagger, which would bag the meat. Okay, we have the stereo truck. I don't claim that one. The recycler. This is just a garbage truck with plastic in it. We have the super tall person lifter, and this just looks like a really tall man lift with a different name. I don't think that one was new, but the name is the bridge replacer. Instead of people building new bridges, they're built offsite, and then the bridge replacer carries it in and puts it back where it goes. That's very genius, I think. The vicious animal holder. Guys, I was like 10 when it came out. The futuristic concrete truck. I imagine a futuristic concrete truck looking like that. The six-wheeler is just a vehicle with six wheels. There's nothing special about this.
Inautistic.
Hey, just think about it. Take time whenever you don't like one of my bits, okay? So we have the book eater. The house builder too. Lays bricks. Again, the larger brick capacity. Because it's just running out of bricks. The super excavator is faster at excavating. The new version, street sweeper, just has 2 sweepers. There's nothing special. The beehive harvester, cushion pad for harvesting beehives. Very, very safe. The weed recycler. It's like a mulcher for weeds. It picks the weeds and shoots them.
Titanic stacks. Looks like actually part of the Titanic. The super wrecking ball. We were starting to get ahead of our time here with this.
Yeah, I hired another engineer there. Super wrecking ball was good at wrecking. The rock shredder just shreds rocks. There's nothing unique about this. The sign planter machine. Instead of people having to like physically place signs, this would do it. The weed whacker, but it hovers, and the weed whacker part is like a helicopter. Horrible idea. The tornado buster. Instead of the tornado sucking it up, it sucks the tornado up. Nobody's come out with this. But if you could suck hard enough, you could technically suck a tornado out of the air. The mega mud bugger. The paper maker. Harvests trees and makes it into paper immediately. Very smart. The log splitter. Sucks up logs and splits them. How much simpler could it get? The train track layer. Guess what that was on? Wrong. It repaints buildings. I forgot about this. You're about to see the Rototron series. Forget the Lumberjacks. This is way better. But they get very detailed. And my mind was out of it. I was like on shrooms. But then we have the car compactor, the tree transplanter that already exists, the nitrogen refill truck. Tyler, you can use this. The nitrogen refill truck is just a truck that carries nitrogen. The new version blueberry picker. My mom actually made me pick blueberries in the summer, and I absolutely hated it. So I invented a blueberry picker. I invented only things that solve my own problems. I was a very greedy individual. The telephone pole wirer. I didn't have to do that as a kid, but I saw people doing it. It looked miserable. What, dude? Well, the new version fire truck, that looks horrendous. Mega Magnet 2, Mega Magnet 3, the new version Combine. Now this is a very aggressive machine. This can shred literally anything and harvest it. The Stereo Truck 2, Scrap Metal Reproducer. I'm not sure what that even means. The Mega Roller 2, the Railroad Track Cleaner, cleans the railroad tracks. The Destroyer, does nothing but destroy, which they do not have. I copyright that once again. I trademark that invention. No, this is a drivable battleship. Imagine it just shreds everything. Imagine you're in war and you just drive the Destroyer 2, much better at destroying things. Bro, I lived out my dream. I'm doing this right now. The Destroyer 3, much more destructive. A lot of anger. It's probably a rough day. The Destroyer 4, they're like, this is what Van Gogh drew when he had schizophrenia and he's like going crazy. That's what these are. The carpet remover recycler. I had some sane days. I was never on meds though, by the way. The concrete remover. My dad made me personally bust out concrete with a sledgehammer, so I did this. The upside down machine. Look, it's just upside down. No, there's suction cups on the wheels, so I thought of it previously. The hydraulic lifter, just lifts things. Yeah, so here we have the road layer 2. Now this is number 2 in the Rototron series. We'll get to that in a minute. It lays roads, but better. There's little heaters for the asphalt. I thought ahead. I knew what I was doing. The clothing maker. Not sure why that needs to be a vehicle. The upside down machine 2. Log splitter 2. These are dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. The rock shredder 2. The maple syrup maker. That's just trees. The mega fish net machine. So I think this was made to catch fish. The pond drainer 3. Very slight improvement. We had some issues with fish jamming up the blade. The deer meat grinder 2. This had so much power physically you could see it sucking up the deer as they walk near it. Why are the deer willingly walking into it? They're walking into a blade that just chops their head off immediately. The paper maker 2. The invisible machine. Get it? There's a guy being choked. He's like grabbing his neck. The flattener. The vicious animal holder 2. Made for holding larger, more vicious animals. It looks like a dinosaur. I think I just watched Jurassic Park that week and it was... The Destroyer 5. Destroyer 6. Destroyer 7. That was a Monday at school for sure. I was getting schizophrenic. The Book Eater 2. Yes, this was a Monday at school, yes. The Underminer. Yes, dude, I drew the Underminer. When Incredibles came out, I drew it. After the first movie. Before the second movie came out. Not the point. I probably thought of it way ahead of anybody else. This is the Don. Yeah. I think it's a really, really distant view of something. I'm getting to the end of the volume, that's why I was probably lazy. The Well Digger, the Destroyer Zero. There's a man eating it. It's so small, it's unique. The Trench Digger, that already exists. Sweepy 2, really good at sweeping. Stereo Truck 3, I think I really like sound systems and trucks. The House Builder 3, the Grass Planter, there's a whole vehicle for that. The Destroyer 8, and then I do a 3-dimensional machines logo. I'll probably copyright that, so don't take that one either. Yeah. So that's volume 3. This one's number 4. It's 2,000 pages long.